Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemal Shai by Shemakakwadash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video. This is going to be a response to Take Heed, Bishop Nathanyel. So I was listening to part of this earlier when I said let me go make a video. This is concerning a video that this is a response that Apostle Ramah made concerning the video that I made the other day that Apostle Gabar did a lamb back on that video dealing with Bishop Nathanyel. Let me do this. Okay, I don't need this right here, so let me do this. I'll give you the name of the video. I pretty much did a series of videos. Okay, this is the last video I did. My response to the dream that Hebrew Israelite Yahweh had, or Yakanan, out of England. He had a dream about Bishop Nathan's deathbed. Okay, so this is a video before that. Bishop Nathanyel is starting to capitulate, which is a good thing, concerning the true name of our Lord. So in this video right here, which is Shout Out Tuesday, which he did a couple of days ago, he mentioned whom the world called Jesus Christ. We know that his name is in the Hebrew and in the Aramaic, which is Yahweh Shai and Yehoshua or Yahshua, whatever. He should have just said Hebrew. People don't understand Aramaic. Just say in the Hebrew, which is Yahweh Shai. So here's another video re-upload. The Karagma argument. Armageddon can't come quick enough. A quick update to you are going to have to explain the mark of the So this is, we've been getting on Nate, for good reason. Because he's still teaching the MOTB, which other camps do the same thing. But now he's teaching that there's an actual hell that your spirit goes in, which is clearly going off. Clearly going off. He's definitely going off. He's teaching a number of things that are clearly not scriptural or goes against the scriptures. Like he tells his congregation, men and women, that a man can only have one woman. He can't have a side chick. He can't have 2 or 3 wives. And what else? The woman has to be a believer, which is clearly goes against the scriptures. Apostle Paul said you can have, if you have an unbelieving wife and she be pleased to dwell with you, that's also apply to women if they have a unbelieving husband. That's what Peter went into. So he goes off on a lot of things, and we get on him, and his congregation gets mad at us for getting, what's the term? He getting on him for no reason. No, we getting on him for every reason. He goes off on this scripture. He goes, or the new moon is a full moon. There's a lot of these things that he goes off on, which either he's not truly a man of the Most High, he crept in unawares, or he knows that he's going off, but he's misleading the people deliberately because he took the bag. We don't know, especially when he had the meeting concerning not using the name, which now he's using it. He's kind of throwing it out there. And why is that? Because we've been getting on him. Who's been getting on him? The men of GMS, from the leadership on down. So I'm going to let you. I got a bunch of precepts. I made it easy on myself. I just put in the word pride. I'm going to breeze through these precepts. I mean, I might being humble. So I'm going to read these brief. When he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembereth them. He forgiveth not. He forgetteth not, the cry of the humble. The Most High is only dealing with the humble. So if you cry to him, he'll listen to you because you're humble. Psalms 10 verse 12. Arise, O Yahweh, O power, lift up thine hand, or thy power, forget not the humble. King David had to humble himself after he did what he did concerning Bathsheba and Uriah the Hittite. By the way, Uriah the Hittite was an Israelite, and Bathsheba was an Israelite. He was living in the land of Canaan, formerly where the Hittites were. Psalms 10 verse 17. Yahweh, thou hast heard of the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart or their minds. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear. So he listens only to the humble. He doesn't listen to the proud. Psalms 34 verse 2. My soul shall make her boast in Yahweh. When it says my soul shall make her boast in Yahweh, meaning you're going to call on Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Hamashach by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Psalm 69 verse 32. The humble shall see this and be glad, and your heart shall live that seek the Most High. All them that love his appearing. All of you guys that fell off, you're a part of the proud, and you're going to be destroyed by fire. All you dudes that fell off from back in the day, the former One Westers, all you current dudes that think you in the truth, that's not being diligent, pushing out this word. The main thing we supposed to be doing is pushing out this word. Not a whole bunch of you don't need gimmicks. You get a lot of followers because of gimmicks. Proverbs 16 verse 19. Better it is to be an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. There's an old saying, there's no honor among thieves. Meaning, you do a big heist or something like that, you rob a bank or whatever you do, get a lot of money. Them other guys, they all scheming against each other. I know this guy got an X amount of money, he got X amount, I'm going to set his ass up. No honor among thieves. Gave you an example sometime last week that one of the young elders and gave me an envelope with some money in it. Now, this is for you, Tahar. So I told Shakaran to count it, and it was a certain amount of money. I'm not going to say it's not important. And I said, I don't need this money. Now, Apostle Gabar was in the back seat, and I remember he had to do some work, body work, on his car. I mean, he did have the money, but I gave him them. I said, well, I'm going to give this to you because you need the body work on the car. And he kind of said, no, go ahead, take it, brother, because I don't need it. My bills are up to date. I got a couple dollars in my pocket, got a couple dollars in the bank, whatever. I'm good, you know. See, this is the problem with you Christians, like the prosperity Christians, and a lot of these Christians, so-called Christians, not even Christians, T.D. Jakes and all these other guys. What they do is they realize they get a following, and they get so much money, they become millionaires, multi-millionaires, and even billionaires. And so what do? They do the things of the world. So they live a different life. They say, oh, I can, like Eddie Long. Look, Eddie Long is a Mo. Mosai took his ass out. Everybody knows that T.D. Jakes is what they've been saying he is. He's, is out there. That's why he had his lawyers. He's in a powerful seat where he's got money to get lawyers to cut all those videos that speak about him. But it's already out there, These people are worldly people. They're worldly people, man. And that's nothing but a big act. And every last one of these Christians, the fake ass Christians, they're going to all be destroyed. Remember when Babylon is utterly destroyed all the churches? How many millions of churches is in America? Catholic churches, Baptist churches, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventist, Pentecostal, Lutheran, Protestant, whatever, Calvinist. How many mosques are in America? Not as many as churches. Greek Orthodox. How many witchcraft covens are out there? All that shit's going to get burnt up. A man's pride, Proverbs 29, verse 23, a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Isaiah 57, verse 15, for thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity. That's beautiful. For thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit. So ultimately, the humble and the contrite spirit among Israel is going to be in that high place too. To revive the spirit of the humble and to revive the heart of the contrite ones. Matthew 18, verse 4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 23, verse 12. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased. Abased, it means at the bottom. And he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. James 4 and 6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, the Most High resisteth the proud. Resist means to fight against, but giveth grace unto the humble. James 4:10, humble yourself in the sight of Yahweh, and he shall lift you up. First Peter 5 verse 5 and 6, likewise ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Now you got guys that come in that never been to One West, and they'll watch the YouTube videos and they'll see GMS, they'll see IUIC, they'll see various different groups that are former One Westers, and then they won't get in contact with any of them groups, and they'll just make up their own thing. And then they'll go off and say that we're going off when you didn't even come up, you didn't even come through the straight gate. And then you give yourself self-appointed titles of elders and bishops or whatever, and you ain't even come through the straight gate. And then you go off. It says, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yeah, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For the Most High resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time, which is now. The Most High is going to exalt us. Now, who's the only one that can be proud? The Most High. Isaiah 57 verse 15. For thus saith the high and lofty one, I'm what's happening. His name is He is, that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in a high and holy place. So now what I'm going to do is, where am I? Okay, I'm going to play this. You can start from the beginning. I'm 5 minutes in. Now, I'm going to also play the Passover of 2022, because he had been in the hospital and he had came out. There's a picture that Apostle Ramlab sent me. He looked like he looked like he ready to go. Most High raised him back up. So he came. He was absent for a while because he was sickly. So he came, and this Passover, he used the name. He remembered the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and Bishop Kanai remembered the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Pretty much based on what we've been saying. Look, you got to call on the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Anyway, the brother elder Yachanan, I believe his name is pronounced Yachanan, Yawachanan. He had a vivid dream that Bishop Nathanyel was in his deathbed. He would tell him, you got to say Yahweh Shai. I believe he said it, and then he died, and then Yahweh Shai was in the picture. But now, this goes back 2 years. Well, we got to go see it. I believe. No, I'm sorry. It's in this video where you hear Apostle Gabar talking about, because I didn't hear the whole thing. I heard part of it, that somebody saw a vision of Bishop Nathanyel in the deathbed. So this is not a new thing. So here it is coming up again through the elder brother Yachanan. So anyway, let me go. play it.
The brother, the English chap, the brother from across the pond. And pretty much, Apostle Gabar played the whole testimony that he gave of a dream, which we believe to be a vision of the Bishop Nathanyel, how he got sick and he had family members. From what I remember, he had family members and some of the other men that are up in the higher tier, around his deathbed, and and how the brother said he was actually there, but only Bishop Nathanyel could see him, but the other people that were there could not see him, and he was holding the bishop's hand, and he kept telling him to say Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and eventually he started saying it, and I'm not sure if the brother said he got a chance to say it. You got to teach a congregation this. I'm just trying to remember. I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but I wasn't able to, unfortunately. But nevertheless, we are here today. Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and let's get to it. And he said after that, the bishop had passed away. They shut down, New York or Manhattan or something like that. And they had this big, large funeral where you had IUIC members from all over the world, which were many. And pretty much at the funeral, he was at the funeral. And he said Apostle Torah was at the funeral. I believe he said he was standing next to Bishop Yawasap. All right. Now, hopefully I remember to keep going with it, but I want to say this. I know brothers out there might get mad at me, but I have to say it because I saw it. The Passover, when Bishop Nathanyel had got better, I'm not sure if that was 2022 or 2023, this Passover or the one before that. Time is moving so fast, I can't remember exactly, but
came in on the horse.
The Passover, he got better, and they tried, they introduced him, but they didn't want everybody to know until the Passover that he was better. When all of those men that were in the higher tier of IUIC, the leaders, coming through the door, they were introducing them, Bishop Kanai, and everybody was coming through the door. Everybody had a proud look on their face. Every last one of them had a proud look on their face. But when the Bishop Yawasap walked through the door, I saw a very humble,
proud and semi-proud. One guy that stuck out, just my observation, is Bishop Kanai. He came in there like he was Julius Caesar, getting ready to sit on the throne. He came in with a proud look. Some of them had a semi-proud, look. So he didn't have a super proud, but Kanai, I'm just making an observation. He had a like a Caesar pride, like this is hell Caesar, and you're gonna see. So can we know if a guy is proud based upon his look? Yeah, the scriptures tell you that. A proud look, a lying tongue, feet that be swift to run to mischief.
Spirit on that brother. We know he's simple and he goes off, he just follows whatever Nate says. But I have to say it because this is what I saw. I saw him walking in there, and he had a very humble, look about him. He was kind of like, like almost, shy, of getting all that attention and praise. Now, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying this is what I saw. I saw him walk through the door. If you could go back and watch the video. You may see it, you may not. He came through the door. Everybody else had a proud look on their face, but he looked like he was more humble. All right, and I just have to say that because this is a thought, the thought that came right into my mind as soon as the brother Yahweh was giving his testimony of the vision, with the dream, but the vision that he saw, Bishop Nathaniel's funeral, and Yahweh being there, and Yahweh said, Bishop Yahweh said, he said, all right, we're no longer going to use the name Jesus Christ, we're going to use the name Yahushai. And he said he started crying. And at first I thought he was crying because, he felt, sorry or bad for Bishop Nathanyel. But then later on, as I kept meditating on it, I believe the brother was really crying because, I could be wrong, but I believe he was really crying because they got it right. And that's the thing, when they get it right, then it's right, and it brings joy, to the righteous. When you do something and you do it right, break things down right, exalt the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that brings extreme joy to us. And I believe this is why the brother was crying. I believe those were tears of joy. I mean, the brother could come on this lesson and say, no, it was because of Bishop Nathanyel, but I believe it was because they got it right, finally. After all this reproof and cursing them out, they finally got it right. And this is why we were happy when the Lord had mercy on Bishop Nathanyel and he actually, didn't cross over but got better. And then he started using the names again. And we were happy about that. But then that demon jumped right back on him.
He only used it one time on the Passover 2022. Next year he came on the horse.
That demon jumped right back on him. And he started, that pride started kicking in. And, you see the fruits of it now. Very bitter fruits, not good at all. So, a few precepts came to mind. Actually, when I was watching, I watched the whole video that Elder Apostle Tahar did. And towards the end, if I'm not mistaken, or close towards it, and maybe 3/4 of the way or closer to the end, he went into the book of Exodus 17. Right now, I've gone over. I never did a lesson on this, but I do remember going over that and looking that word up, Jehovah Nissi, But it's like I always kept forgetting that. What does that mean? I had to keep going back, to look at it because I kept forgetting what it meant. But finally, after many times going over it, I remembered. Okay, that means Yahweh's banner, right? And I wanted to kind of highlight that because when you look at that word banner, right? It's Yahweh Nissi, right? Or Jehovah Nissi, Yahweh. I'm not sure how to say the last part of it in the Hebrew, but I could look it up. When you look at that, right, in the book of Exodus, I want to highlight. But before we go there, I want to go to the dictionary, right? I got a word here, but I want to save this word. We're going to look up the word banner. All right, because matter of fact, I don't want to mess this up. Just bear with me, Salakia. Let's just go to it. Let's go to
Strong's H 5251. Nace.
I'm going to read from the 14th verse, but I'm going to go to an app that I have, offline app that has the Strong's Concordance on it, so we can get some of these words, or at least one of them. So this is Exodus 17 and 14. And Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book. Now, what is a memorial? The word there for memorial should be zakar, which means to remember. All right, because there are things that we're supposed to remember and keep in mind. Okay, now, I didn't write that one down, but let me write it down, because if the Spirit allows, we can go through it. It's something that I run into from time to time, but I forget where it's at. But now I got it. Lord's will, we can touch it.
Nasaya is Yahweh's banner. That was Moses put up and named it Yahweh's banner. Yahweh's banner. Yahweh's banner is Yahweh's name. Hey, when you watch a IUIC video, you see the banner. What's the banner? Banner, IUIC, right? If you go to, you out there in the West, you go to watch a NBA game at the Staples Center. What's the banner on the Staples Center? Staples Center, right? That's a banner, which is a brand name. Watch TV commercials. They always give you the banner the company. So in Moses' case, Masha's case, Yahweh Nasaya is Yahweh, Yah meaning my banner. Yahweh is my banner. So what is Yahweh's banner? His name. His brand name. His brand name is Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. Not Yahweh or Yeshua. So you got to say his name, not Jesus. Hey, Jesus the Christ is a banner for the Roman Catholic Church and all the other churches. If you notice, every church that stemmed from the Roman Catholic Church, whether it be Calvin or Calvinist, Protestant, some of them don't go really into images, but the Baptists and Methodists, they have the same image of the so-called Christ as the Roman Catholics, because that's part of their brand. Jesus Christ's brand is he's got to be a white man with long hair, looking like a hippie, you know. So now let me come back over here.
On it. So like I'm just thinking out loud. So it says, and Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, and eventually they will be put out, you know. And well, that's another lesson, so I won't even touch on that right now. It says that Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi, which breaks down to Yahweh, let's see, Yahweh Nasayah, which means Yahweh, my banner. Okay? Now, the thought that came to mind when I heard the word banner was, what is a banner used for? Right? And pretty much a banner is used for display, to be displayed, to be shown. A banner would be like a flag, okay? Something that either shows your country of origin, or it shows the house of your father. Something to display, to be displayed openly, not something to be hidden. So I looked up the word banner, and it just says long strip of cloth or paper used for decoration or advertising. And a banner is used for advertising. This is why you have, those jumbotrons, or those different, as you see right there on the screen, where they have Hello Vision Pro, and you have the J girl with the glasses on, those Metapon, goggles. Well, that would be a banner that's used for display, for advertising. Okay, that's heavy because I wasn't even thinking about it. It's a spirit, it's something else. That's advertising. You see on the building, you see you have the bottle of whatever that is, liquor or drink. See, those are stuff used for advertisement. In New York, you have the jumbotrons. You have all of those different displays out there for advertising. That's what a banner is used for. It says any distinctive flag, usually good, outstanding. Okay, so pretty much a banner is set up for that purpose, to display. Let me see something. Okay, beautiful. Now we have the word standard, which you're going to deal with the word standard also, right? And it gives you an upright pole or beam, especially one used as a support, any distinctive flag, so on and so forth. Then it goes down and we read, right, number 3, definition 3 for standard: established or well known or widely recognized as a model of authority or excellence, which Yahweh Nasayah, Yahweh is the banner. The Most High Yahweh's name is to be displayed. This is why it would be on the altar. This is why when Alexander the Great came into Jerusalem, the priests were arrayed with the Most High's name. It says, all right, so I thought there was more to it, but that was the main point. All right, so established or well-known or widely recognized as a model of authority or excellence. Now, let's go from there. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, because now we have Yahweh Nasayah, which means Yahweh's banner. So the Lord's name is used as a banner. A banner is used for display. Yahweh.
Another part of his banner is the 12 tribe sign. That's a banner. Ezekiel 37 was given to Ezekiel for us. Not even the 12 apostles in Yahweh Shai. They wasn't walking around with the 12 tribe sign. We walk around with that banner, which is the 12 tribes. The 12 tribe sign. But Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, is also a banner.
Yahweh's name and Yahweh Shai's name are supposed to be displayed for all to see.
And the 12 tribe sign.
You know, who or what name, oh, and what name are we coming in? This is why Yahweh told Moses, Yahweh is my name. You know, this is my memorial to all generations. This is what I'm going to be known by. Because the name was always there. Because these individuals go to Exodus, the 6th chapter, where it says, by my name Yahweh was I not known. Without going into the Hebrew, the word there is, I can't think of it right now, but it goes into the word well-known or famous. So the Most High's name Yahweh was out there, but it was not well-known or famous. What made Yahweh's name famous was the deliverance out of Egypt.
Yeah, because Abraham named the place Yahweh. I went into those precepts. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me go ahead and bring it up. Bear with me for a minute. I believe it's Genesis 22, verse 14. Moses came long after Abraham. So Abraham knew the name Yahweh. And Abraham called the name of that place. I'm agreeing the Hebrew. We know Jehovah means Yahweh. As it is said to this day, in the mount of Yahweh, it shall be seen. So why did Abraham call that place Yahweh's name? Because they knew his name. But they also knew him by other names. They also knew him as Power, Alahayim, Alashadya, terrible demon-like power. The word is Yahweh, Yahweh, Yah, Ra, Yara'ah, Yara'ah, and I believe that's he sees. Ra'ah, sees. He sees. Yahweh, he sees. So that's the proof that the name Yahweh was not given to Moses as the first time. The Most High said, well, this is my name. They been knew his name. But the name that's going to be his forever is Yahweh. He's not going to give you a new name. Yahweh Shai not going to give you a new name.
And the terrible things that he did to the Egyptians, that cemented his name, and it brought fame to his name all over. And what we're doing right now is we're heralding in No, the end of the world and the kingdom to come,
and shall think upon his name in the land of our captivity, which is now.
exalting them in the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, as a memorial, as a banner, as a standard for the world to see, because the Lord is about to again exalt his name on the planet.
And that includes the banner for the 12 tribes. That's the secondary banner. The first banner is Yahweh Yahweh Shai. The second banner is the 12 tribes. 12 tribes.
Let's go real quick to the book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse. Just bear with me one second when I find the verse. 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day. So Yahweh Shai is coming as the direct representative of Yahweh. So the Lord is going to be exalted in that day. All right, because that name was always around.
Yeah, I'm going to say this.
Because
the Spirit's on me, Sakari, the leader Sakari said, we're in, not too many words, we're in lockstep with IUIC. Well, wait a minute. If you're in lockstep, you didn't use the word lockstep, but we're in agreement with, we roll with IUIC. And, but they teach things clearly different. They don't call on name Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. They believe that the Sabbath is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown every week. They believe that the new moon is the full moon. Y'all don't teach that. And Sakari hasn't been getting. If anything, Sakari get on us. But they haven't got on IUIC for the stuff that they're going off on. Sakari believes that the MOTB is a microchip. They're not telling IUIC. They're not saying, look, IUIC, you're going off, man. The MOTB is a C-hip. They're not saying, well, you're going off. So why would the leader of Al-Azhar make a statement, make these statements that he's in line with him? If you're in line with somebody, you're gonna. Can you imagine the Super Bowl coming up? The Kansas City Chiefs. They have replacement players. They get half of the team. They're in the Super Bowl, led by my man Patrick Mahomes, and they got half of the team. They all got some sick virus, and they bring in guys that are not even a part of the team. They're gonna lose because they're not in lockstep with each other. They're not in harmony with each other because each coach teaches differently, right? So when you say you in unison with them, that means you got to tell them when they're going off. Look, you're going off on this, you're going off on that, you're doing this wrong. The scriptures say, how can two walk together except they be agreed? This is why we say we don't have unity camps. And for the record, we're the only group, GMS, that's getting on the IUIC for their going off on doctrines. Like the newest one is the hell doctrine, that you're going to burn in hell, and that Israelites are going to burn in hell. Gazak said that recently, and Yeshaya said that, and he used to bring that up many years ago, and he used to get checked on it. He used to teach that Israelites and Edomites are all going to go to hell. And where is High Priest Yeshaya? Where's High Priest Kazak? It said you will see your teachers in Isaiah chapter 30. You're here to defend, not just have the gospel. You are here to defend the gospel. Just wanted to say that. Listen to a little bit more.
Eve right, lost Abel. Adam and Eve lost Abel. The Lord gave them Seth. And then Seth had a son named Enos. If I'm not getting it backwards. I believe Seth and then Enos came after. And it says
Yeah, it was Seth. Seth came after after uh, damn Abel.
then began men to call on the name of Yahweh. So how could they call on the name of Yahweh if they did not know the name? So that name was always around, but it was made very...
By the way, Moses, the books that Moses received, was the Lord coming to him, telling him the story. He told him the beginning of the world, how it was made, the angels. Then he went into the story of, Adam, Eve, then those people, the Adamites, let's say. And he went into Cain and Abel. And then he said, the Lord was telling him, look, this is when they started calling my name, during the time period between Seth and Enos, when Cain was already on the scene. This is when they started calling on my name. What was the name? The name was Yahweh. Because they lost the name when they were in captivity under the Egyptians. So when Moses was speaking to him, he was like, what is your true name? Some people call you this, some people call you that. That's why he asked. He said, what is your name? What is your true name?
very famous during the time of the deliverance from Egypt. And once again, we're going to witness the deliverance from Egypt, but this time it's going to be in America, and it's going to be a far greater deliverance than that. So let's go from there to Isaiah. Once again, same book, the 13th chapter. We're going to start at the first verse. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah...
And you know the rest of it. So now, he said he noticed everybody was proud. I didn't think everybody was proud, but some were prouder than others. Bishop Kenai, that's my observation. I'm not picking on Bishop Kenai. He looked like he was Julius Caesar, getting ready to sit on the throne. So we're right here, 3 minutes in.
From New Jersey, Deacon Malachi.
He kind of got a proud look, but he's neutral. I wouldn't say proud. I wouldn't say he came in the spirit of Caesar, Julius Caesar getting ready to sit on the throne and get his scepter. He just had a certain look.
From Philadelphia.
But yeah, wait a minute. Oh, nice line up there, bruh. But anyway, I didn't really see a proud spirit on him. Maybe somewhat proud,
Pennsylvania, Deacon Ithon.
He doesn't really look like he has as proud. I don't really pick up really a super proud spirit on him. Now, he's out of the school, I guess, for a year because he committed adultery. Now, the nature of the adultery, I don't know. Because they teach, in my understanding, from what I know, they teach that if you have a woman that's a wife and you're in part of IUIC and you deal with some other chick, she ain't dealing with no man. You deal with this other chick, they call that adultery. Correct me if I'm wrong. The true definition of adultery is when you lay with a woman that's currently with another man. That's adultery.
From headquarters, New York, Deacon Asaph.
not so much proud, but he's feeling the vibe. I'm the man type of thing. You're going to see when Kanai come in there. He going to come in with a super proud look. Most High resists the proud. Oh, these brothers said a man can have long hair as long as it's not a feminine style. My sisters used to get these. That's what women used to rock. Okay? Get lined up. Nice and lined up. And look up the term cult of personality.
And now for the 3 greatest men on the planet.
The 3 greatest men on the planet. The 3 greatest men on the planet. Look, we said that we're the hopeful elect. We hope that the Most High keep the spirit on us. Not, I know I'm going to make it, nigga. Hey, Yeshua used to say that. Look, I'm going to make it. I don't think you're going to make it because you done fell off. You've been at this thing for over 20 years.
Bishop tonight.
Now, hey, I'm just observing. He looks like fucking Caesar, Julius Caesar getting ready. You know, the Caesar salute. You can see pride on this man. Just an observation. I'm the nigga. I'm the motherfucker, all right? Scriptures speak about a proud look. He could have smiled. He could have smiled. You know how you do the finger thing? When you look at somebody and you smile? Or you might dap somebody. He's like, don't touch me. I am holier than thou. I didn't really notice his super proudness on them other Abiel and formerly Abayala. And none of them really. Y'all tell me on the comment on the chat that this man, oh no, Tahar, you wrong. This man got a humble. You can see he got a humble spirit. He's humble. That's the look of humility. No, it's the look of pride. And I just noticed that. I didn't get up in the morning saying, you know what, I'm going to get on Bishop Kanai. And then you have the situation with the pocket. The situation with the pocket. Now, if all that's true, that the brother's so-called the pocket, which he was NFL player, he had millions, and they call him, nicknamed him the pocket, I guess behind his back, because they knew they can get money out of him. You know, he was living in Bishop Kanai was living in one of the guys' house. He had more than one house, and he never paid rent. That's according to the brother that's called the pocket. So if that's true, that my spirit wouldn't allow me, brother. Hey, look, I'll try to do something to get him some type of money, bro. I'm not gonna be living in a motherfucker's house rent free and not, even if the dude said you don't gotta pay, I said no, I gotta give you something. I gotta do something, brother. You know? Let me babysit your kids or something. Let me wash it. Let me do something. That, like I said, I wasn't there. That's his word against, Bishop Kanai's word. But then you had the thing where he was out for a year or two. Then he kind of came back in, got his position. So,
Bishop Yawasap.
now, Bishop, I have to agree with Apostle Ramla, that he did have out of all of them, he had a humble look. Like I said, the only one I really noticed that had I'll say super proud look was Kanai. You know, I would have smiled, I would have dapped somebody, I would have might have threw kisses at him or something like that. Yeah, I would have probably looked my head down like, let me be humble. He had no semblance of humility in him at all. That's why I opened up with them precepts. See, that's sincere. We could be wrong about this brother, you know. And he put the arms up, you know. He got the smile. He's happy. You know, like in the Oscars, you win the Oscars, you're humbled. You didn't think you're not gonna win this, and then you win the Oscar or whatever. You're humble, you know. Then first of all, I'm humble. I like to thank God. All this stuff.
That's right. That's right. Hey, all praises be to the Most High God.
See, and if you get this type of treatment, you're not going to buck up against the leadership or anybody that goes off if he has a certain amount of rank, because you don't want to get that garment taken away from you. You don't want them to talk shit about you. You know, you don't want to lose all the benefits, whatever the case may be. You know, you button up when you see something. Hey, ultimately, you are to defend the gospel. If a man be overtaken in a fault, ye that are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness. So when, you know, Bishop Nate came up with the new moon is the full moon, I don't know that any of these guys bucked up against it. When he called the meeting we're not going to use the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, we're going to call Jesus and Christ, somebody should have said something. I would have said, look, I don't know what you're going to do, brother, but I ain't with that shit. No. I'm going to call on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Well, if you do that, you're going to be kicked out. I said, look, I'll make it easy for you. I'll fucking leave. So are you really defending the gospel? This was years ago, I don't know, 2014. They had the other school that Bishop Nate was rebuking us for the charagma thing. This is when we first started going back and forth. And when Bishop Nathanyel started talking about the charagma, he had this look like he was scratching his head. I don't know, brother. You could be wrong. Well, Bishop Kanai said when the new moon thing came out, he said, I don't see it. We got to do. And then they said they took a trip to Africa, and Bishop Nate said that in the video, not putting words in his mouth. He said when we got back from Africa, he saw it. But what did he do to make him see it? The scriptures say, study to show thyself approved. A workman needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. If a guy goes off, you gotta check him on it. I don't give a damn what. But look, I'm over you. I said, I don't care. The Apostle Paul in Galatians 2 corrected Peter, which is ahead. He cursed him out.
God, give it up to the Most High. We made it to another beautiful Passover. That's right. That's right. All praises, all praises. All right, y'all, check this out. Which way is Jerusalem, family? Which way is east? Captains, this way? All right, we're going to send the prayers up. Let's face Jerusalem.
Faithful 27, hold the line. Let's go, 5, 4, 3, go. Come on. Where's Miss Smurf? Smurf. Come on, Smurf. Listen to me.
By the way, this is fair
Side
use, fair
space.
use. This is for analytical, analyzing, criticism. Now, in this same video, Bishop Nathanyel says that 20, either it was 20 or 22 people that had died the previous year. In 2021.
God!
Of the C-19. Now, I don't know if they took
Praise head! Hate!
the shot or not.
Your thighs. Sons of God! Who's the king? Listen good. Yes, sir. Howdy, 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 ho. Esau man gotta go. Howdy, 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 ho. For their eyes to see. Look at all these soldiers. General Nathanyel. Now, now you, I say.
Okay, so they said General Nathanyel. They got it propped up. They call him General. That's the proof. They also call him General Nathanyel. Which the Most High is dealing with prophets, apostles or prophets, teachers, evangelists.
Patient hate. Thighs on your bruises on your legs, bruises on your legs. Sons of God. Weak. Even when the moon ain't shining, just because the stars don't give light. Patriot hate.
Okay, he doesn't show a video.
All right, we want to
now.
give all praises to the Most High God and His Son. Check this out, y'all. Y'all know
It didn't have to breathe that much out to say Yahweh Shai.
our bishop wanted to be here with us tonight. We put together a tribute video. Want to direct everybody's attention to the screens real quick. DJ, we got that queued up?
Ain't nobody poisoning Nate. Nah. Nate is going off.
That's not coincidence. This thing of ours, we don't believe in coincidence. We believe everything is spiritual.
And in the dream, he was at Bishop Nate's house.
Nate Satan himself, the head chief demon, Beelzebub himself.
But it is that he's being judged by the Most.
You can hear Apostle Gabar's voice. He said that he was in this guy's house. I hope they play some more of that.
He ain't trying to admit it.
Detective Nate. Yeah, Detective Nate.
Most High is finally catching up to your behind.
Nate Satan. Let's see if I can catch Nate Satan.
He saw the bishop, Nate, laying on the bed and looked very sick.
Okay, this is before the dream that Yachanan had concerning Nate being in a deathbed. So this video goes back 2 years. So Apostle Gabar is not talking about this dream. He's not talking about the dream that the brother elder had. He's talking about a different thing 2 years ago, or even 3 years ago.
And it's
So I don't even remember this. Somebody having a dream that he was in his deathbed. So this would be the second time in 2 years or plus that somebody had a dream about him being in deathbed.
seemed he was going to die.
His flesh is consumed away,
that it cannot be seen, and his bones that were not seen stick out. Yea, his soul draweth near unto the grave, and his life to the destroyers. If there be a messenger with him, an interpreter, one among 1,000 to show unto men his uprightness, then he is gracious unto him, and saith, deliver him from going down to the pit. I have found a ransom. His flesh shall be fresher than a child's. He shall return to the days of his youth. He shall pray unto God, and will be favorable unto him. And he shall see his face with joy, for he will render unto man his righteousness.
Prepare!
It is God that avengeth me, and that bringeth down the people under me, and it bringeth me forth from mine enemies.
That's right.
So has lifted me up on
That's right.
above them that rose up against me.
Bishop Nathanyel.
By this I know that thou favorest me, because mine enemies doth not triumph over me. And as for me, thou holdest me in mine integrity, and settest me before thy face forever. Let the enemy persecute my soul and take it. Yea, let him tread down my life upon the earth, and lay mine honor in the dust. Selah. Arise, O Lord, in thine anger. Lift up thyself because of the rage of mine enemies, and awake for me to the judgment that thou hast commanded. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
I can't say that he got a proud look on him. Poker face, let's say. The only one I noticed that really had a super proud look was Bishop Kanai. Just making an observation. Fair use, fair use.
For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup.
Okay, this is Deacon Athan. He's out currently. Been out since last year because he wasn't even at the last Passover. So it's before last year's Passover. Passover 2024 is approaching us in another month and change. So like I said, I don't know. He's out because of adultery. But I don't know the nature of the adultery, like I said earlier in this video. So now, let me do this. Let me come all the way over here. Let me come over here.
All the mics are on, right?
Look up the word cult, the term
All right,
cult
let's
of
all be
personality.
seated. All praises to the Most High. It's been a long time. I definitely want to say shalom to all the brothers and sisters and my frenemies out there that prayed for my demise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to, of course, we want to thank the Most High God Yahweh and his son. I'm going to just say it, Yahweh Shai. It gives them goosebumps when I say his name.
It gives who goosebumps when you say his name? Who you talking about? We know he ain't talking about Sakari. He ain't talking about HODC. He ain't talking about any other group out there. He talking about GMS. So you heard it. You heard it. So now you can know. You can stamp it around about 20 minutes in. And the reason why he said that, because when he was in his deathbed, he wasn't calling on Jesus. He was, I guarantee you, he was calling on Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. Okay, not like Asa. When you read the story of Asa, let me give you the story of Asa. Then I'm gonna close. Do this foot. King Asa. I'm sorry, it should be feet. Feet. Let's try feet. And Asa, in the 39th year of his reign, was diseased in his feet, until his disease was exceeding great. Yet in his disease he sought not Yahweh, but to the physicians. He trusted in the physicians, but he didn't trust in Yahweh. So what happened to him? And Asa slept with his fathers. He died in the 150th year of his reign. And they buried him in the sepulchre which he had made for himself in the city of David, because he was from one of the sons of David. So he trusted in the physicians, but he didn't call on Yahweh. When you get sick and you got to go to a doctor, or you get herbs to heal yourself, you better take them herbs. And all you men that claim to be prophets and men of the Most High, you're supposed to know how to heal yourself. All right? You're supposed to know those ancient medicines, the herbs, and diagnose what you have instead of running to the, unless it's a major, emergency. But still, if you got to be rushed to the hospital, you better be praying. Ask the Most High to heal you. And had King Asa prayed to the Most High, asking him to be healed, Yahweh would have healed him. Who was the king? His son was Manasseh, King Manasseh. His father, I can't even think of his name. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. Let's see if it comes up. Bear me. So it's right around here. Manasseh, king of Judah. Let me do this. son of King Hezekiah of Judah. Hezekiah was supposed to die, get his house in order. He prayed that the Most High had mercy on him, and the Most High gave him 15 more years to live. And he had his son Manasseh, king of Judah, which was wicked as hell. But Manasseh put up this prayer, the prayer of Manasseh, where he humbled himself. All right? So had King Asa, dealt with the physicians, but he was praying to Yahweh to heal him. He got healed because he put that prayer up. So anyway, with that, I'm going to say Shalom.